Do you hear that music? All right.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another episodic podcasting adventure. It's Takamania.
Gentlemen, it is another episodic adventure. It is Takamania, and we are here post All Out. And hope you guys went all out tonight watching All Out. And we're here to discuss it with our post show. J-Bomb is opening a beer. And look, we are here live in the same room, the same place. Doesn't happen very often.
What the fuck is going on, man?
I think there's a guy over there. He's snooping in on us.
Who the fuck is over there?
For those of you guys just tuning in, we are joined tonight by Chris Rucker from Boot to the Face. We are obviously always happy to have him on the show and being part of Takamania. How are you doing? And how's it going? You're on vacation. Tell us what you've been up to.
Drinking.
Okay.
Hell
Drinking
yeah, buddy. Cheers to Rucker, man. It's been a long time since we've been trying to have you on the show. Yeah, no, we've been drinking. That's for sure. But where are you on vacation, bud?
We're in Myrtle Beach, South Carolina. On the beach. It is beautiful. Besides the fucking hurricane that's supposed to be here in a couple of days, but it's been a lot of fun. Well deserved.
See, here in Canada, we don't have hurricanes.
Very rarely. You'll have like one going over Ontario, but it won't go through any civilization because it's just all forest and shit.
Yeah, but y'all got like avalanches.
Avalanche? What
fake bacon and shit like that.
You got to come up here.
You don't have
No,
avalanches?
dude, we don't have avalanches. What are you talking about?
Don't you got a hockey team named after
That's in
avalanche?
Colorado, bro.
Oh, I don't know fucking hockey. So okay, fuck it.
So we're here post AEW All Out. We promised our listeners we would do this. I'm not gonna lie. Disclaimer: I'm in the tank.
Really? I even noticed. Like when I got you were pretty good all night.
No, I'm in the tank. Especially now that I have to talk properly.
I gave this guy the responsibilities. I wasn't taking any notes. I went into this all serious tonight, and I'll be honest with you, his wife Melissa enticed me midway through the card to go out for a little smoke.
Whoa.
Well, yeah, no.
Whoa,
enticed me for a
Rucker.
Smoke,
Whoa.
a proper smoke. So, anyways, like his wife buys like this really whack shit. It's really strong. So I went in there, smoked it, got ripped off my ass, and I didn't take notes for the whole thing. So here we go. We're gonna go into this hot takes. I do.
Daz takes notes.
When I watch my shit, I take notes, man.
No wonder y'all kicking ass like that. I never
I could take a shot and be like,
No.
I love it though.
No shots.
Oh, I'm kind of let down now.
All right, let me just see if I can figure this out. Let me see if there's anybody in the chat. Right? Oh, we do have people in the chat. Holy shit!
What's
All
up,
right,
guys?
we got Justin Roberts, we got RJ Krasinski. What is up, guys? Holy shit, that's a lot to read. Des, you read it while I get into this. AEW kicked off with the Women's Casino Battle Royal tonight. Well, you guys know the rules. We know the results. Nyla Rose ended up winning it all. It ended up being Nyla Rose and Britt Baker. Me and you both picked those two to finish it. Not to finish it. I picked Britt Baker to win. You had Nyla Rose. And you ended up winning it.
Yeah, but I don't feel like I really did a great job. Like, I'm not, like, patting myself on the back. I thought that was the obvious choice to go with, so I wasn't really surprised. I was going to be more interested in the talent that was going to be in the match. Like, we saw there was Impact talent that spilled over into the match, right?
Yeah, no, Tennille Dashwood showed up.
Right, and she had signed her contract recently.
Yeah, with Impact Wrestling. And I was sure we were going to see Tessa Blanchard after that.
Or Jordan Grace, possibly as well, too. So there was all these possibilities. They only had 21 spots to fill, so A lot of them I didn't know straight up, but that's just me being naive for the indie scene.
We
Right?
we also came in the match like halfway through.
Well, we were having dinner. I was making dinner.
We were having dinner. Desmond is dinner. Rucker, you guys talk about, is it Santana? What's that chick's name that Marty likes so much?
Santana Gay.
Yeah, was she in the match?
No, she's in NXT.
Oh, she's in NXT.
This guy was like, that's the guy Rucker likes. That's that Santana.
No. Evilise? Was that the girl that you chose?
Evilise.
Yeah.
Evilise is dope. She's dope.
Yeah, she got knocked the fuck out,
NXT. I didn't. I'm gonna be honest with you. I came in at the end, and it was just Nyla Rose, Britt Baker, and the tampon girl. Was she in it, right?
No way. That was the tampon girl?
Bea Priestley?
Oh, I'm sorry, then that's not the same girl. Then.
Who is the tampon girl? Is it Sadie?
That's Priscilla Kelly.
Oh, I don't know.
She
who
wasn't
that
in
is.
it, right?
I don't know. I don't know any of these chicks. This is bad.
I remember the tampon. Hey, this is the journey of All Out, guys. You know, a lot of people are coming up from the indie scene. We're learning them. This is a part of it.
Well, the good thing about this Rucker in our chat right now, we have a buddy of ours, Justin Roberts. He used to be part of Talk. Well, he's still part of Talk Mania.
Oh, yeah.
He's our official fact checker. So he jumps in the
That
chat.
boy, yeah.
He will let us know. Priscilla Kelly.
Okay, and was she in the match?
I have no idea. Justin, was Priscilla Kelly in the match? Let us know. But I did know that Penelope Ford was in there, and you've talked about her with me before.
I think Pete met her too this past weekend in Starcast, right?
Peteopolis. Yeah, he
Yeah,
did.
he met her. I saw that guy. Check it out, man. It's pretty cool. Pretty rad. Yeah, she was
So-
in it, Justin was saying. So that's pretty cool. I thought she was going to be like blacklisted or some shit from that dirty... She's like the equivalent of the Joey Ryan, right?
Ooh, she's far past Joy Ryan. What did you think about the whole tampon situation?
It's fucking gross. That's about all I'm saying about it. It's fucking gross. No thanks.
I was saying to J-Bomb in the early show, because Piper's daughter was there, right?
Right.
So I was thinking how funny if she stole Joey Ryan's gimmick on the flip side, and when she would grab their hands with her snatch, that would be called Piper's Pit.
We're
pulling at strings here. There's not much to talk about that casino.
Like Priscilla.
Literally.
Like Priscilla.
Killing it, son. Oh my God. Y'all killing it.
Anyways, I got to hand it to Dez. He picked Nyla Rose. I think a lot of people pick.
Man. She'll probably win the championship as well, too. Because they're going to go there. We are
That's-
woke in 2019. So, you know.
Yeah. I'll keep my comments to myself on that one. I'm not feeling it.
I feel like, my phone. I feel like the big takeaways from that match, other than Nyla winning, was Britt Baker and Bea Priestley are going to have a program coming out of there. She attacked her on the way in. They seemed to have a feud throughout the whole match. Bea Priestley held her. She caused the elimination by Nyla Rose.
And I think it's also a good story.
She went all.
It's a good story for those two to have a match on the side. It doesn't have to be about the championship.
Exactly.
Both women are going to get there anyways. So
Right on.
for the meantime, you can kind of focus on that.
It was the old Hogan, Sid, Ric Flair.
That's
finish in
it,
the
bro.
Rumble.
That's it. What did you think about the women's title in the glass case?
I liked it. It looked like a good looking title. I mean, who knows what it's going to look like when Nyla Rose has it on, but
Oh.
She's trying to eat the rope, so maybe she tried to eat the belt.
Oh, After Dark Talk Mania. So you're assuming that Nyla Rose is going to win the championship?
I mean, yeah. The girl she's fighting weighs like the same amount as a remote control to a TV.
Yeah.
There's no way she's going to beat
But
her.
I'm pretty sure Riho has a pin on Nyla Rose. She got it not at Double or
It
Nothing.
was in a skirmish match, right? It wasn't like one-on-one. I mean, dude, she's going to flatten her like a pancake. There's no doubt about it. The girl's like she's like a skeleton
Yeah,
woman,
it's,
you know?
it's going to be bad.
So you guys both think Nyla Rose is going to take it?
Hands down. No, and she's going to wear that Fabergé egg belt like a champ.
All right.
She's going to
Let's move on then. All right, so the second match on the buy-in was, let me scroll up here. We had a Private Party taking on Jack Evans and Helico. And Justin Roberts in the chat, by the way, even the announcers were pronouncing it Angelica. So,
it?
yes, they were.
Oh.
They absolutely were. They were correcting themselves, but they were going with Angelico. I had this match pinned to be one of the better ones on the card. I'm not going to say I was disappointed. It was a good match, a great buy-in. However, I don't know. I just felt like there was something lacking from it.
Oh, I thought the match was good all around. It was what I expected. It was what do you call it? The pre-buy-in?
The buy-in.
So for that, I thought it was pretty good. Lots of spots, yada yada, and all that stuff. You know, like it's like having a 205 tag team match, except that like it was a lot more entertaining.
They went from the window to the wall. Do you know which move I'm talking about?
To the wall.
Was that the
No,
finish?
it's not the
Move
finish.
called, like window to the wall. think it was, yeah, and I was like,
Oh, the finish could have been called the win. I don't know. The finish was
The
dope,
finish
though.
is
I do
dope. The
remember that.
Hurricane Rana into the RKO was good.
Okay.
I've seen them do it better than this, though.
Here's the only thing that bites me on this finisher, right? All the time when you do that jump in the corner, the guy's going to flip onto his back.
Right.
Only time when they go for this finisher, the guy jumps forward into the move, right into the RKO. So I'm picking it, and I'm being a little bit critical here. What are you doing? What are you pulling up?
I'm checking the feed on my phone to see if we're having any lag. No, it looks pretty good. It does. It looks all right. I think we're doing all right. Yeah.
This is a fucking professional operation y'all got going on.
I'll ask the chat right now. Oh shit, I'm getting behind here. She was in it. Already did. Whatever entered the area is gonna. Either that or Rio is gonna bring the fight. You can okay. So Justin's just talking shit in the chat. Justin, how's our production looking? I'll ask you that one.
I would like a Davey and Goliath match. If she could really pull off a win where she really works her down, takes her off her legs, and pulls off this crazy win, I would be down for it too. It's unrealistic just because she would squash her like a pancake. It's pretty much what's probably gonna happen. She kept fighting back tonight though, putting a lot of spirit, and that's exactly how she won. Because in all means, she was on the defense quite a lot of this match. So we'll see. Maybe she'll pull off the same thing against Nyla Rose, and maybe she will be the champion. We know Omega loves her, has her in her good grace, so maybe that's the one they're going to be pushing for to begin with. But look, Nyla Rose is a beast, so...
Shit, are we talking about Nyla Rose out there? We're talking about Angelica. I'm lost.
I thought we were...
I think we might have been. I don't know. I'm drunk. Sorry, fellas. Let's talk about Angelica real quick.
Okay.
All right, let's move on to them. We're talking about the move off the top rope.
Yeah.
In the air.
Okay,
Oh, you finished that?
See, this is what happens when you go on your phone while we're recording, okay? Yes, we were talking about it, and I was saying how
I fucked up.
How they do the flip, and then when that move specifically comes out, they just dive out. They don't do the flip.
Got you.
It's fine. We can move.
Well, he doesn't put as much torque on that one.
Maybe
He
that's
only-
it.
He
And
only
that's
goes
why he doesn't
halfway
flip
with
over into his back, I guess.
it. Yeah. Kayfabe, bro.
However, let's talk about the story that happened after the match because we've seen Jack Evans and Angelico really not be that involved in storylines. However, it seems that they've officially made a heel turn, and are we going to see something new moving forward for these two guys?
Well, I think what we were saying as well too was you're like, oh, they're turning heel, and I'm like, well, they're getting a storyline, and they need a storyline because right now they weren't doing it, and they were losing matches, and at least now, I don't know, they'll have something to kind of move towards and work on. I mean, I don't know. We'll see. I haven't seen much of that team, but they're good in the ring. They pull off lots of great spots. They have such a good tag team roster in terms of AEW
Well, yeah.
talent.
I have no idea who these guys are. Did you know who they were before AEW?
No fucking.
No fucking clue. What do you think about the neon yellow, though? Does it hurt your eyes when you're watching it?
Yeah, I was fucking with my contrast a lot, trying to see if the TV was messed up, but it's just I couldn't get it to work well because of the neon yellow. It's like highlighters running around the fucking ring.
I
like,
can't tell whether I love it or
awful.
hate it. It's a fine line between the two.
Easy to see them. It's like when they're doing their moves.
I feel like Jack Evans looks good. Angelico, whatever his name is, looks a little weird.
Is that the one where they did the hug in the middle of
They
the
look like they're about to go on a Tour de France.
Tour de France. There you go, bro. All right, once we moved on to the main card, we actually, for the first time in, I'm not kidding, 15 years, I've purchased a pay-per-view. I've purchased UFC pay-per-views, but as far as pro wrestling goes, I have not purchased a pro wrestling pay-per-view in that long. I pirate everything. I'm not part of the WWE network. I'm not part of New Japan, ROH, none of those streaming things. I pirate everything. However, tonight, Dez was in the house. I didn't want to fuck around, and I felt like, I'll give him some support. So we spent $50 American, so that was $2,500 Canadian. And we watched All Out, and it kicked off with SCU versus Luchasaurus, Jungle Boy, and Marco Stunt. Rucker, kick us off. What'd you think of the match?
I liked it. I can't decide if I like Luchasaurus or not. Like every start not feeling him, he'll do something really cool. I'm glad SCU won though. SCU needed to win. It's been a while since I saw one of them win something. I think All In last year was the last time I saw myself one of them win, so that was pretty good. But I got a question. You bought a pay-per-view for the first time in 15 years.
Yeah.
Did you feel like you got your money's worth?
There were moments during this pay-per-view where I thought it didn't, like I remember All In a year ago and then Double or Nothing. We had Fight for the Fallen and Fyter Fest. They all had a feel to them. This one seemed to have less of a feel to it. I don't know. Maybe they hyped it too much. There was a little bit less. It seemed like the wrestlers were a little bit more off tonight, but overall,
It had a mild feel.
it had a feel.
It was definitely better. Like, I enjoyed it more than like an average WWE pay-per-view.
No, I enjoyed it more than an average WWE pay-per-view. That's without a doubt.
Well, see, that's why I asked you that, because I kind of felt the same way. That it was just, it felt like it was missing something up until Cody made his entrance later on in the night. But up until then, I was just kind of, it was just kind of there. Like, I was back and forth watching college football, playing on Twitter, shit like that.
I wasn't on Twitter as much as I'm usually on Twitter for WWE, but we were chit-chatting. We ate dinner during it. We were fucking around with social media. Yeah, I guess we were fucking around.
So
yeah,
we were doing that.
it was pretty much up until Cody match. Those last 3 matches, I
You
was...
were even saying, you're like, man, I love his entrance when we were watching it.
Cody's
You
next
made
level.
the chandelier for him as well, too. It
Yeah.
came out. It looked really good. The Star Trek entrance was interesting, but...
Yeah, we'll get to that. That was a whole other thing. I'm not a fan
But
of that.
it's funny though when you were talking about buying the pay-per-view as well. It's funny because like we could have like Jay says he likes to pirate his shit, but at the same time we still could have found alternatives that would have been like pretty good quality. But this guy, like you said, where our production's always pristine, he wanted like top shit, top notch, and yeah, he went ahead and pulled the trigger on that. So awesome.
Yeah, I figured Des brought the food over. What'd you make us tonight?
I made chicken masala, Indian food, man, fucking top notch. Super
Indian
spicy.
food. Brought the food over, so I was like, you know what?
And this is the pepper that's left.
Oh, that's a pepperless. We gotta actually.
Oh.
Ooh, are we there yet?
No.
Okay, let's
hope
finish
so.
Luchasaurus. Let's get your opinion.
You're gonna do this halfway through the show, and then you're basically gonna be sidelining me for the next 5-10 minutes.
Yeah, that's okay. Me and Rucker could chit chat, right?
I just want to see the
He's like,
pepper.
I'm ready to
That's
go.
what
I
I'm
have
saying.
my finger on that button. Like, come
He's
on,
ready to go to
guys.
bed. Okay, let's do the Luchasaurus match first. Obviously, Luchasaurus was a superstar in that match. However, SCU,
I'm gonna drag this shit out.
neither of us picked him in our predictions. Who did you guys pick for your prediction over at Boot to the Face?
I don't fucking know. I'm drunk when I do that. I don't write anything down.
I feel like you guys may have
I
picked.
picked
I think you
SCU.
guys did pick
Really,
SCU.
man. You think with
Yeah.
signing Marco Stunt,
Yeah.
everyone would be like, okay, well, it's gotta be Luchasaurus, Jungle Boy, and Marco Stunt. The three of them are really over, and it seems like SCU is just putting people over. I get them needing to win a match,
Right.
and this probably was the case.
Yeah, I feel like SCU has lost, needed to go over. Luchasaurus, Marco Stunt, Jungle Boy, they're over enough. They didn't really need it, even though we picked them.
I love the innovation, though. The three moves, that's right, the moves these three guys can come up with and do, like,
They both did. Both teams had triple tag team maneuvers, which is nice to see.
I just want to see Luchasaurus do the crocodile rolls.
Does he ever do
Alligator
that?
rolls they do in the ring. No, he doesn't do them. I just think he should be doing them.
Rucker, you ever watch Big Brother? Okay,
No.
Luchasaurus.
I watch. Go ahead. I'm
Love
sorry.
Island?
Oh no, you watch Love Island?
Survivor?
What?
MasterChef?
No, I do watch the challenge on MTV.
Oh, okay. Luchasaurus was on Big Brother like 4 seasons ago when he was in
Oh, yeah, I heard
WWE
that.
development, and he was talking about being part of the
Right.
Cream Boys with Damian Sandow, and he got kicked out because of injuries. So we've been fans of Luchasaurus for a while. We were trying to get him on the show. He was down, and then he kind of
To do and he backed out.
backed out.
What a typical dinosaur thing to do.
What a dick. But we still love the guy. But I feel like it was okay. I think SC needed to go over. We were wrong in their
I think
predictions.
it's cool to get them a win because every time match they go into, I'm like they're gonna lose because it seems like that's all they're doing is putting people over. So you need to build a little bit of that credibility. Who did they pin in that one?
Marco Stunt took the pin, I think,
Who do you think?
or Jungle Boy. It wasn't Lucha.
No.
That's for sure. What are you cracking over there, bro? Oh, White Claw.
Mango.
Fucking Joey Janela over here, man. Chirpies, baby.
I expected him to win. too.
Yeah, we'll get to that. But before we do, I think it's time. I think it's
Here we go.
time that Des pulls
That's what I'm
out.
waiting on.
What kind of pepper is that, Des?
Pulls out? Oh,
What kind of pepper are you eating here?
it's a standard jalapeno, man. But
Oh, that's
they're
it?
hotter than normal. No, they're good. This one sat. Like, see, jalapenos grow up your plant. They're green. The longer you stay them, then they turn red. But they're pretty fucking hot. These ones. They're hybrids. So
I see that you've already got your milk ready for it.
I do.
I think we should go. What do you think, Chris?
I mean, it's your show, man. Whatever y'all wanted to eat the fucking pepper.
Fucking do it, man. Yeah, so J-Bomb and I made a bet going into this for AEW. I was quite confident with my bets. I thought it was going to be an easy win.
Actually, you came up with the
I
stipulation.
thought it was going to be an easy win tonight. Here we are. All right, guys.
I think I've won like all of them. Ever since you won that one, before we went head-to-head with boot to the face.
Too much. That's my thing. I'm like, well, maybe they're gonna use this logic in that, but they won't. All right, guys, just waiting for me to eat this fucking pepper.
All right, let's go. Hang on. Let's make sure that the fans here can see us. Look at the camera, Des. Let's go.
Ooh, look how shiny this thing is.
It's like my balls.
It's like an anal plug.
All right, guys, here we go. It's gonna be embarrassing. You're gonna have to carry the conversation.
Oh, I will carry it.
We're probably gonna break into some hiccups. All right.
Let's go, bud. Oh, the whole thing down, baby.
Oh, that's good 3/4.
Yeah, okay. I mean, the seeds are near the top, but... All right, let's move on while he suffers in pain. We had Pac and Omega that went on. I found it went on earlier in the match than I was expecting it. I know you're not a big Omega fan. Are you a Pac fan at least, Rucker?
A little bit more than Omega.
A little bit.
I was very happy to see him choke Omega's ass out.
Were you surprised to see him
that.
choke Omega's ass?
I was very surprised. Like that was the first moment of the night where I was like, "Oh shit, did that just happen?" So that was.
I was more excited. He's dying over here, by the way. I was more excited for Pac versus Omega than I would have been, I think, for Moxley versus Omega. As far as it goes for in-ring ability.
There we go.
Oh, here comes the hiccups over at Dez. You know, you should just, know your wrestling better, bro. You know, I always take slack on the podcast for being the guy who doesn't know as much as this guy over here. However, somehow I keep beating him on predictions.
It's not that. It's not.
Wow.
It makes me get the hiccups.
Here, talking to the mic. Hiccuping in the mic. Anyway, Pac and Omega, did you enjoy the match, at least?
I did.
I thought yeah, I'll say yeah. I thought they messed up a lot. I could have been wrong. Maybe I didn't see something, but I thought there was a lot of hiccups in the match. But once they got going, I didn't like Omega's fucking posing to the crowd and constantly trying to I don't know. It just seemed like it was way too over the top. But like I said, once they got going towards the end and Pac countering the one-winged angel into the choke I just thought that was a dope finish, and hopefully Pac sticks around. Before I forget, I love AEW putting the records up next to their name, their win-loss record. That is the shit to me.
It's huge.
I'm sorry, Des. What'd you say? Couldn't hear you. You were choking.
I didn't notice the win-loss record. I think that's dope. Ooh.
Did you catch that?
Oh my god.
He said he didn't notice the win-loss record. He thinks it's dope.
I agree with you, Des.
Finish was great. I love the reversal into the submission. Him finishing the submission was great. You said could have ended in a pin, but I think the tap out was better.
No, I didn't say it could have.
The knockout.
I don't know. Yeah, I guess it was a knockout. I didn't say it should have ended in a pin. I said that he fell into what looked like could have been a pin. However, the ref just called it. And what I really like about AEW, I think you guys have talked about on the show too, when Omega fought, was it Darby Allin versus Omega? No, Cody versus Darby Allin when they had the draw, the time limit draw.
Yep.
So I like these kind of finishes that they're throwing in. I thought it's refreshing, and it kind of brings some legitimacy to pro wrestling.
Right.
And nobody had Pac going into this either.
Nobody had
Pac.
Pac
Was a filler. They're going to make Kenny Omega look strong. So
he's fucking crying over here.
I'm trying to power through this, so bear
I
with
see.
me here. But yeah.
You're a bad motherfucker, Des. I wouldn't be able to do it.
Dude, it's a jalapeno. I mean, it's hot, but
Dude, finished it.
I don't want to finish it. I fucking won, man. I'm like Rucker. They asked me to do the chocolate challenge. I was like, fuck that shit, man. What the hell are we gonna do that for? What benefit does it give us, eh?
He said I fucking
That's
won.
it.
I'm not eating that pepper.
Okay, let's move.
That's fair.
Let's move on with the card. Me and Dez pinned this as match of the night going into the pay-per-view. Jimmy Havoc versus Joey Janela, Darby Allin. It was different. It was the first match on the card that actually had replays during the match. I found that somewhat interesting. Oh my god, you're fucking dying, dude.
A seed hit my throat.
Is it in your throat, in your belly yet?
Keep going.
Okay, we're good.
I'll work through it.
I enjoyed it. I thought it was a shitstorm. There was some innovative stuff that I haven't seen before.
That skateboard, man.
Skateboard was cool. What do you think of hardcore matches like this? Are you a fan of them?
Yeah. I like hardcore stuff, but I didn't watch this match. I had to go take a shit, and then Had to go make another drink.
Bro, you didn't watch this match? Honestly, it was almost one of the best matches of the night.
Then it was about time to get my kids their melatonin. So I was all over the place when this match was on. I came back just in time to see the guy get the thumbtacks in his mouth and the tape.
Oh, that was quite early. That was quite early. Yeah, it was very early.
Oh, I'm sorry. I think I left before that, and I came back around the time that all the Cracker Barrel shit started.
Okay, that was the end, yeah.
And shout out to RJ Krasinski, who made a good tweet. He said, it's odd that 3 white guys are in a match called the Cracker Barrel Clash or some shit like that.
He's in our chat right now, I think.
RJ's in here. That's very true.
Which I thought was fun. And I can say that because Cracker Barrel is a good store. So I'm not being racist. So fuck you if you think
Okay,
that.
so I'm a Canadian. I'm going to tell you a little bit of the story, okay? Last year, I flew down to Florida with my wife, my 2 kids, and my mother-in-law. We landed in Fort Lauderdale, and then we drove across the state to Cape Coral. You all right? Yeah, okay, he's all right. So...
Free healthcare.
Yeah, in Canada.
Just saying. If you need a paramedic, free healthcare.
Just 911 that shit, man. Anyways, we ended up stopping at a Cracker Barrel. This is my first experience there. First off, everything on the menu was like the same fucking price. Everything that appeared on our table was covered in some sort of a white sauce. And then at the end, I ended up paying for my wife, my 2 kids, myself, and my mother-in-law, and the total bill was like $38. Now, the food was like, I'm going to say, like, we're from Montreal, so we're a bit spoiled, right? We have the French cuisine here. We're kind of the food capital of the country, so we kind of hold our pinkies up when we talk about food. But the price versus the food quality at Cracker Barrel, I was pretty excited about it.
How was the bathroom trip the next day?
No, I shit my brains out, man. I think I had the fried steak.
Chicken fried steak?
Chicken fried steak. I don't even know what the fuck that is. Chicken fried steak. I don't know. What do they take a piece of chicken, put a piece of steak in the middle and fry it? Is that how they do it?
It's chicken. I mean, it's steak fried like fried chicken. So you get the same bread and flour and all that shit on the top of it, and then they fry it after they cook it. It's basically fried chicken or steak wrapped up in fried chicken topping. And it's fantastic. And then you get gravy.
Yeah, there was gravy on top, and then I had these like little pieces of bread with gravy on it. I had potatoes with gravy on it, and they kept bringing me soft drinks. Like they had no booze though. No booze on the menu. That I'm not too cool with.
Yeah, that's why we're all fat.
You seen this guy?
Yeah, I'm pretty large. What were we talking about anyways as far as it goes for AEW? Let's pull it back. Okay, Jimmy Havoc, Joey Janela, Darby Allin. We had Joey Janela. No, we had Darby Allin winning this match.
He's a young guy. He needed a good rub. But I think Havoc also needed it.
Yeah, our buddy Justin Roberge had picked Havoc. We thought he was crazy. He ended up being the right guy. Who did you pick, Rucker?
Good for Havoc.
I picked Janela.
Yeah. So we both got the shot.
We drink the same.
White Claw. Eh? I thought you were like a Crown and Coke kind of guy or a Crown and sweet tea, bro.
I am, but when I just want to sustain being drunk and not go over the top, I sip a little.
So what is White Claw exactly? Is it like some sort? Is it like just like?
It's a seltzer.
Yeah, I don't know what that is. Is it like soda water and vodka or something?
Yeah, basically, it's like flavored club soda, but it's got alcohol.
So there's like no calories or like it's super light.
No calories, like 2 carbs. I mean, clearly I'm watching my figure.
Yeah, me too, bro.
You don't just roll out of bed looking like I fucking look. You have to pay attention to what you put in your body. It's a fucking temple. All that shit.
I don't do any of that.
Motherfucker. I really like that Pac Omega match, by the way, now that I can tell.
Yeah, Dez is back. We're way past that, bro.
It's like the best match, you know.
Let's keep this going, guys. We had the Dark Order defeating the Best Friends. I'm not a huge fan of the Best Friends. Dez, you picked them. This is where the cards are going under for you. This is when I started thinking that pepper is going to go up your ass on our podcast.
It's going to go out my ass.
Honestly, I was really expecting more from this match. I feel like we just got a regurgitation of the Dark Order, and Best Friends are really doing nothing for me. What do you think, Des?
It wasn't a terrible match. Like, the guys are able to get a hug in the ring, a man hug in the ring over, which is interesting. I think this is like the whole NBA talk.
Oh, by the way, before we keep going, Justin Roberge is saying it's the new drink of white girls everywhere when he's talking to White Claw. So that's on you, Rucker.
Well, I'm married to one, so I just drink whatever's left.
So you're just stealing her drinks? Is that it?
I do that too, though. My girlfriend was saying that to Rucker before you came in here drinks, like, she'll get a beer, she drinks half of it, or whatever she gets can be a girly drink sometimes. And I'm always designated to finish it off. I'm always happy to, though.
Are you girly about it like you are this pepper?
It's not that I'm, like, I can stand the heat. It's my body physically reacts. I can't control it.
Actually, you're doing better than I would have done. I'll give you that.
Yeah, but you wouldn't get the hiccups. Yeah. I'm just one of those people that just, my body's just like...
I might get the hiccups before I finish this podcast because I'm pretty wasted. That might happen. But Dark Order, Best Friends. You said you don't mind the Best Friends. Talk more about the match.
This is Trent Beretta, right?
Is it Trent Beretta? I don't know who that is.
Yeah, he looks like Johnny Bananas.
Who the fuck is Johnny Bananas?
You know Johnny MTV, The Challenge, all this shit.
Bro, we're fucking Bananas? Canadian, man. MTV is like, apart from the Jersey Shore, I don't think we've seen any of it.
Like upscale cable.
No, they have it on cable, but we just don't watch it because it's garbage.
Well, I mean, that's the point of watching it. Trash TV. Guys.
We have TLC. Do you guys have TLC over there?
Yeah, don't go chasing waterfalls.
No TLC. Scrubs. No, TLC Learning Channel. We're talking like 90 Day Fiance, Dr. Pimple Popper. I watch all that garbage.
Dr. Pimple Popper show?
Oh, yeah, she's on that. Oh, she's kind of hot.
Yeah, but you must see some nasty pussy shit on that show, no?
Yeah, but she's hot, man. She's handling her business.
You let her bust your nut?
Fucking right. It's weird, though. Her name's Sandra. God. Yeah, that's my mom's name.
That's an old woman.
That's my mom's name. Yeah.
Oh, really? Wow.
We're getting intimate tonight.
You got issues. You got issues.
All right, Dark Order.
You might need to go sit on the couch.
He's changing locations.
I thought that the Dark Order would lose this. I wouldn't look good on them, but I thought we'd want to see more of them competing through this tournament.
They did lose this. Oh, no, they won. Sorry. Yeah.
We're going to see more of them competing with this in this tournament. But, you know, they're best friends. Picked them, lost. Yeah, so like
Dark Friends.
I'm struggling with this.
Best Friends lost to Dark
Order.
Oh,
is that why I'm on here? Dark Friends? Is that what we're talking about now? It's cold-blooded, man.
What'd you think of the match, Rock? I'm going to change the subject real quick.
It was good. I liked it. I'm not a Best Friends guy or a Dark Order guy, but for the little bit of time they had, I love their little run-ins the Dark Order does when they have all their little minions come out. I don't know why. That shit just makes me laugh every time I see it.
Well, these are called the Smash Brothers, right?
Yeah, the cool thing about Dark Order for us is that they're from Gatineau. So they're from a place about, an hour south east from us?
Whatever.
Yeah, near Ottawa. Actually, Justin, our buddy in the chat, his buddy designed and I think fabricated the mask for Uno.
J-Bomb said Dark Friends. He called you he fact-checked you on your shit.
Yeah, Justin...
You didn't say Dark
We should have had Justin in here. You should have been in here, Justin.
Yeah. Where the fuck were you? Get your microphone, dust that shit off.
All right, let's move on. We had Ryu.
Now that he's calling you out on your shit, let's move on. Okay.
Fuck this shit.
Are you not going to talk about Orange Cassidy?
Okay, let's do it.
Okay, let's talk about that. Now that I'm getting a little bit better here, it's funny because I
I don't fucking get it.
Where he's like kind of kicking people nonchalant. I see the gifs, I see the short videos. I didn't like it. I thought it was pretty lame. I'm trying to wonder how he can get through a whole match. And I'm still wondering how he can get through a whole match doing what he does. But I honestly thought, and not liking the guy at all, and being kind of like against this whole gimmick, I thought it was pretty cool. The kind of the way he nonchalantly did what he did with his hands in his pockets.
I can't stop laughing at the hiccups, man.
The fact that he was able to keep his hands in his pockets when he dove out the ring, that takes a lot of guts. And yeah, he gave that little thumbs up you talk about too. Eh?
Yeah, I know, Rucker, you're not a fan of this guy. You said if he was in WWE, he'd be chewed up and spit out.
Yeah, it's very hypocritical of the AEW fanboy to cheer shit like that. Then, as soon as they saw the 24/7 title, they shit on it.
Yeah, I guess it could be the 24/7 equivalent in a sense in terms of the comedic value. But I don't know. I was like, I was shitting this guy so much, and I'm still not sold by him. But like, it wasn't too bad.
Okay, so here's where I stand on Orange Cassidy. And I'm not sure I'm sure you guys have covered this before. I'm sure a lot of he'll sell, but I know a lot of podcasts have talked about this. These are not my 100% ideas. AEW said they were going to go out and get the best pro wrestlers in the world. They signed a couple questionable guys, Orange Cassidy being one of them. The thing with Orange Cassidy is it's how they use them. If they use him like they use him tonight, I'm cool with it. If they use him like they used him in the buy-in at Double or Nothing, I'm cool with it. If they give this motherfucker a legitimate storyline and put him in a match where he fights that whole match like that, I'm out.
Well, that's it for me. Like when I see him in those matches, he does that. It's like it's pathetic. Like it's a joke. How do you get through a whole match believably? Is your opponent just gonna sit there and take it and do the same style as you? Like I don't understand it. I haven't watched one of his matches.
Yeah.
So I don't see exactly what goes on, but I've only seen the snippets. But him not being in a match and just kind of like showing up and just nonchalantly kind of doing what he did, just casually diving through the ring with his
it's funny.
His hands in his pocket the whole time. For me, I don't know.
No, I'm agreeing with you. I'm laughing at the hiccups. Rucker, have you seen one of his full matches?
Fuck no.
So I watch him versus Kylie Ray. The match started off.
Fight a girl.
Well, intergender wrestling, come on, it's a thing. They were doing the shtick at the beginning. Kylie Ray was doing it back to him, and then eventually got the match going. He sold, he ran, his hands were out of his pockets. They were doing moves.
He breaks out of it?
He breaks out of it slightly. He still kind of, has that kind of nonchalantness to him, but he's really nothing fucking special. So apart from his shtick of that, he doesn't bring much to the table. That's for me. I don't want the marks to get all pissed off at Talkamania, so whatever.
Oh yeah,
but
you're gonna catch hell about that.
Yeah, probably. But if AEW uses him the way he did tonight, and he can kind of be like part of a faction, or somebody's,
Forever, I guess, right?
they can't do. I don't think his run in AEW is going to be long unless he changes his stick. But that's what that is. Let's move on. Did we talk about Rio and Hikaru Shida? No. Anyways, Rio won.
We kind of did, actually. That's when we fucked up, and you were like, you came back. We already talked about the women's match, but we were actually talking about this match.
Oh, that's true.
But yeah,
That's true.
I really thought that Shida was going to win. They were really advertising her coming into the AEW. She couldn't be a part of the last event because of visa issues. And I kind of visioned her as kind of like their Asuka, just because she kind of has similar color style. But I guess not as vicious in the ring when I saw it. Yeah.
Asuka.
I know, we can't get through
As
even
usual.
AEW.
Can't get through AEW without talking about Asuka.
Yeah. But I don't know.
Can't get through anything without talking about Oscar. Jesus.
I digress.
So let me ask you this: when you and your woman are laying in bed at night, do you bring up
She knows.
Oscar?
It's part of the deal.
Bro, why do you think he married a
wow.
Japanese girl?
So you make her dress up like Oscar?
No, she makes me dress up like Asuka.
Ooh.
Cha-cha. Short for Asuka.
No, I don't.
We can talk about this. Let's talk about this.
What do you want to talk about?
Has she ever dressed up as
No,
Asuka?
never dressed up like Asuka.
How about Kairi Sane?
Nope.
How about Io Shirai?
No, they're not dressing up like
Oh,
Dude,
ooh,
she's
yeah.
undressing in the
Yes.
bedroom. She's not dressing up.
How about Riho?
Mm-hmm.
How about
Oh.
Hikaru Shida?
Go back to
you.
Io.
Look at the screen and read their
Yeah,
names,
that's
too.
all. I just named every Japanese wrestler I ever knew.
I'm not into Rio. I don't think she's that attractive, and she's too bony.
What about Bull Nakano? She ever dressed up
Actually, you
like
got
Bull
to think for
Nakano?
Bull Nakano.
So Bull Nakano back
Here we
in
go.
the day when she was large, or now that she's thinned down?
I was gonna say Cha-Cha would have to put on like a fat suit in order to look
Have
like
you
Bull
seen Bull
Nakano.
Nakano
Like,
recently?
Yeah, she's.
I have
she's-
not.
Dude.
I didn't know
she's,
she was
like,
still
super
alive.
Google her. She looks good, man. Like,
Well, not like maybe 10 years ago when she first thinned down. Like now she's obviously looking older, but I mean,
yeah, but
that's what happens,
I'm down with old chicks, man.
Yeah, I still think they could have done that. She only retired a couple years ago. Asuka.
How many years
versus
ago?
A couple years ago. Bull Nakano versus Asuka. They should have gave her that match instead of throwing her in the battle royale.
Sorry, I'm trying
So
to read
I-
the chat.
What's
Des-
the other lady's name that Rio fought?
Her name was Hikaru Shida.
Okay, this is the first time I've ever seen her.
No,
I
you watched
thought
Double
she
or
should've
Nothing?
won. Yeah, but I didn't watch that match.
Oh, that was one of the best matches on the card, actually. Not gonna lie.
Yeah. So this is the first time I've seen her and paid attention to it. I think she would put on a way better match versus
Neither
the big
Rose.
bitch. What's her name? Yeah.
Neither
I
Rose.
think she put on a way better match versus her than what Rio will. And she kicked ass tonight. I liked her tonight.
Yeah.
Like I said, it's the first time I paid attention to her, and I would watch more of her matches if I had a choice.
Yeah, but if you're listening to Talkamania and you're not familiar with Boot to the Face, Rucker is also a fan of Sasha Banks. So,
Oh yeah, it's boss time.
if this guy's gonna define a good woman in the ring,
I agree with him. I think she did a great job tonight. She looked really good.
come on, I'm trying to give him shit.
Yeah, but Rio got the upper hand tonight. Pulled out a desperate roll up, got the win.
That's how she wins all her matches.
I guess any other night,
Des loves the roll up, and he loves the Asian women. I mean, this is like his. This is his fucking field.
Dez is all about the small package.
Ooh.
Ooh, someone's got a message on small package.
I'm not gonna go there.
Let's keep this going. It's getting late. We're gonna talk about Cody, Shawn Spears. There's a lot of stuff involved in this match. We'd both picked Shawn Spears to win this. I was very surprised Cody went over. Rucker, do you think this hurts Shawn Spears in long term in AEW?
I don't really give a shit about Shawn Spears, so I mean he's.
That's how many fucks I get.
No, Shawn Spears is lame. Him and that dumbass haircut. Who's he supposed to be, like Animal from the Legion of Doom or Road Warriors? He looks like a jackass.
His hairline,
and then those little
I've had that.
His hairline receded, so he's like, well, this is the best I can do, I think.
He could just shave it.
Yeah.
He is married to Peyton Royce, though.
Yeah, that's not.
Got to give him credit where credit is due. I was extremely surprised. We
were
both
very surprised. We think, like, look, Cody doesn't need to win this match. I mean, he's already the top dog. I mean, he's the man. He's great. We love Cody, but he doesn't.
Cody's the star of that company.
100%. He doesn't need to win this match, and they could have done it in a dirty way that, like, it didn't make Cody look bad. Shawn Spears picks up a win one way or the other, but to kind of have it just kind of like, clear-cut way. MJF didn't even get that involved. It was Cody versus basically Tully and Shawn Spears, and they were building up Shawn.
Tully beat the brakes off. Tully was beating the shit out of MJF.
Yeah.
If Arn Anderson wouldn't have came out, Tully would still be whooping MJF's ass
100%.
right now.
And just the way they built up Shawn Spears going into this, like even at C4 Wrestling when he showed up when we were there, and just having the rebuilding, they looked like they saw something in I was gonna say Ty Dillinger, Shawn Spears that WWE didn't do. Like, we're gonna make a star of this guy, and then they brought him into this card, and having him lose this match, I think, did him a lot more harm than good.
I don't know. I don't think losing to Cody hurt you that much.
Maybe like if it was like he maybe picked up a win over Cody because like some dirty tactic, and then they had a rematch maybe, and then Cody did pick up the win. Maybe that would be too much of a WWE recipe though.
But if he wins, where's he go? Like, he can't be top heel because that's Jericho.
Yeah, where's he go from here? That's the question.
He can still work his way back. I mean, the feud doesn't have to be over because Cody won one match. I mean, they got a long way to go. They got TV coming up. It doesn't have to be over now.
No,
I don't know. Shit, he could attack Brandy or Pharaoh or something like that. Who knows?
You had an idea for
I find this match out of any other match in the card had the most like ability to draw new storylines from. We had MJF, DDP, and Brandy Rhodes come out with Cody.
And Pharaoh.
And whatever, Pharaoh. Fuck it. And, he chose MJF. MJF was kind of a non-issue. Then we had Arn Anderson get involved in the match. We had Tully Blanchard get involved in the match. I felt like Shawn should have gone over. I feel like MJF should have gotten tied up somehow or knocked out or some sort of. I mean, I feel like that match needed.
Oh, he got his ass whooped.
I feel like the match needed a chair shot. I really do. I feel like somebody needed to suffer a chair shot to keep that story going. And then I really would have preferred, instead of Arn Anderson going after Shawn Spears, I would have preferred Arn Anderson to go after Cody Rhodes. And, him and Tully and Spears to throw up. Or just Tully and Arn Anderson throw up the Four Horsemen sign. And for Spears to get the pin, like a heel pin over Cody, and then carry on with the story that way.
Well, we would have told a bigger story, but then you have like this old fat guy faction that's like it's 2019.
You don't need a fat guy faction. I mean, you just need Shawn Spears could be backed up by half of the Four Horsemen.
Yeah, and then we even said after, like when Shawn lost, like, well, how do we recover from here? I mean, the only way to recover him maybe be. You're saying to have MJF turn on Cody at the end.
Yes.
And then maybe have a tag team when Dustin comes in next. Maybe what's the next event called?
Yeah, I figured Shawn Spears, MJF versus Dustin and Cody. However, there was no heel turn, which we had talked about in the podcast last week. It's too soon.
Yeah,
it would have been too obvious if you would have done it.
We're gonna think MJF's gonna take that heel turn.
I mean, everybody thinks he's gonna take that heel turn on Cody. I mean, he is a heel. He's gonna take that double heel turn on Cody. But I just feel like. That match had so much potential to, branch out to multiple deep storylines. And apart from Arn Anderson showing up, there really wasn't that much going on in the match. It was a good match nonetheless.
Yeah, it was great, man.
But
Oh,
I feel like
yeah, it was really-
I feel like
it was
we're
good, solid.
we're exactly where we were before the match started. I don't feel like it progressed at all.
Well, maybe there'll be another match, to add to. I don't know. Where does Cody go from here?
Yeah, where do they go from here? You know, that's the question that I pose.
You guys watch Road to
Yeah.
Double or Nothing and all
Yeah.
that shit, right? All right, so they kind of made a big deal about who Cody was going to choose and blah blah blah. It felt flat to me. Like he just walked out, Earl Hebner stopped him, he pointed to MJF, and that was it. Like I was expecting some big reveal and nothing happened.
Yeah, there was. I mean, okay, during the women's battle royal, we saw Tennille Dashwood come out. Des mentioned it. I think you mentioned it too. What if Cody came out with Tessa Blanchard? And once Tennille Dashwood came out, and I know she just signed with Impact, I said, oh shit, you know, maybe we're going to see Jordan Grace. Maybe we're going to see Tessa Blanchard. When MJF was selected as Cody's partner, I figured, okay, well, that was somewhat predictable. We'd predicted that in our prediction show. I feel like the whole point was to make it obvious that MJF was going to turn on him and then not have him turn on him. And I just don't think that story went over as well as it could have with the fans because of Arn Anderson getting involved and because Sean Spears lost.
Well, he almost played a neutral role out there too. It was like he didn't really like kind of help Cody too much.
Yeah.
He kind of just stayed out of things. So you're like, is he being a heel? Is he not? Like he's setting up in a way that like if he did turn heel, you saw he didn't kind of lay impact to either of the other two guys in a sense. So he kind of was staying on their side. So like you're right, it kind of played into the point. I think that's what they were trying to probably do, make us think that he was going to turn. But I felt like, you know, the build-up was there for, like, who's he going to pick to go out with him? And in terms of who picked out to go out with him, the guy played really not any role at all.
Yeah, I'm a big MJF fan. What do you guys think? Like, I feel like MJF, this was his worst showing since his debut in AEW.
I mean, he didn't do much.
It was almost like a non-factor. Would you agree?
Yeah, totally whooped his ass.
Totally did whoop his ass. All right.
When Tully went, that was it. Like that's that old school shit. MJF wasn't ready for that. He wasn't even born when Tully was doing shit like that.
Tell you the truth, I've never seen a Tully match. I'm not a WCW guy. Were you around to see the Tully matches?
Was I around? I'm fucking old as shit. Black don't crack. I'm like 74 years old.
How old are you really, Rucker?
37.
All right, so we're pretty much the same age. We're only 3 years difference. I never watched WCW. We didn't have it in Canada. It wasn't on regular
Yeah,
cable.
on Saturdays. It's like Saturdays at like 5 p.m. or something.
Yeah, but who's gonna watch a rerun?
Well, I don't know. That's how we'd watch it.
We're marks. All right, let's move on. Let's talk Lucha Brothers versus Young Bucks. This was the nail in the coffin for Dez. He had chosen Young Bucks. I thankfully chose Lucha Bros. Rucker, who did you have going in this match?
I don't like the Young Bucks. I'm pretty sure I picked the Lucha Brothers.
Either way, I thought it was a good match as far as it goes for what you could expect from a Young Bucks Lucha Bros match. It's more spots. There were some questionable fucking spots near the end of the match. Nick went out from the center of the ring on that 20-footer, out, clipped his ankles, went through the table, looked like he may have landed his neck, fucked his hand up, and then Matt got pushed off the ladder, landed on his neck as well. But at the end of the match, and I think that's what the most important thing is, because the AAA titles I don't think really matter in AEW, but we saw the debut, the long-awaited debut, because we thought we were going to get it earlier than this, of LAX in AEW. So they are all elite, baby.
Santana and Ortiz, formerly known as LAX.
Whatever. Santana and Ortiz, formerly known as LAX. They are here. I remember watching Impact. It was LAX versus Lucha Brothers. I'm fucking excited for this one.
Oh, that was a pay-per-view we watched. It was off the hook, eh?
Yes, sir.
Cool. Wacky was great. Spots. That's my summary.
Flip, crash.
Yeah, you're not a fan
No,
of the. You guys share the same sentiment on the Young Bucks.
Not won me over yet. I mean, they're good with spots and stuff. I thought they were only going to win tonight because they haven't won in a long time. Like I feel like I'd never seen them win yet. Maybe once with Kenny Omega or something, but I don't know. I just thought they were due for a win. I just went off mathematics. The match was okay, a lot better than I thought.
It was entertaining. Oh, come on, Rucker, you weren't entertained?
No. I was busy during that match.
What were you up to?
I don't fucking know. I just wasn't watching.
I thought you were going somewhere else with that one.
You shouldn't again.
Get your mind out of the gutter. No, get your mind out of the gutter. Damn it, I lost my train of thought. Go ahead. Don't let me derail your show. Go ahead. I'll just keep drinking.
What did you not enjoy about Young Bucks versus Lucha Brothers?
I didn't say I didn't enjoy it, but it was typical.
I feel like they took it up a notch, though.
Yeah, you were saying they were trying to, like, you felt like they were trying to, or they said they wanted to top the TLC match.
Yeah, I feel like they had something. JR mentioned earlier in the night that he's covered. He threw out the name TLC. He threw out table matches, ladder matches, everything you could think of. So I felt like this was AEW's attempt to go after that WrestleMania TLC match. Lucha Brothers, Young Bucks, their top 2 tag teams. I thought it delivered. I thought it was really good. You look like you're having a hard time.
No, I'm good.
Yeah, you're all right?
Just wiping the final sweat.
The final sweat.
The worst is over.
Honestly, I don't expect much as far as it goes for like psychology or in-ring storytelling as far as the Bucks go, but it was spot after spot after spot, high energy. I really fucking enjoyed it.
It was kind of cool when they were like on the opposite sides of the ring with like their opposing opponent, and like a guy from the Young Bucks on this side, Lucha Bros on this side. And they looked at each other and they jumped on the guy. Like that was kind of cool. I don't know. I just feel like one of them's gonna kill themselves one day.
It definitely had some factors where I was like, ooh.
Didn't they do like not them, but another match do like a double? Oh yeah, the Jungle Boy match. They lost because like a double Meltzer driver. He had like he had Stunt and Jungle Boy.
Oh, maybe
that was it. I think
that was SCU.
Yeah,
SCU.
Yeah, it was nasty.
There were some questionable spots in the whole pay-per-view, but I mean, I think that's what differs them from WWE. I feel like pro wrestling needs that like, oh shit factor, and I know that's sad because these guys are human beings. But as a fan, I'm entertained by that kind of shit.
Okay.
Am I a dick?
Yeah. I thought the part where he ripped the mask off of
Pentagon Jr.
What's his name? Pentagon. It would have been a lot better if we didn't see Moxley do it like a week
That's
and a half
very
ago.
true. That's very true. I didn't even think of that.
Because honestly, it was dope as shit the way he did it, though. He ripped his mask off, so Pentagon jumps off, and then Phoenix comes flying in and gets a super kick. And I was like I was just kind of looking like, damn, that was fucking
I thought
dope.
that was the end of the
About
match.
to win, and then they did win.
Yeah.
Yeah, I did too.
I was about ready to eat that pepper.
And so I thought that would have been a great way to end the match. But you talked about JR earlier. I just want to say JR was dope tonight. I bitched about him the last like 3 or 4 pay-per-views. He was really good tonight. He called out a lot of the dumb shit that the wrestlers were doing, which I love. I love it when they don't cover for him. And he says, why the hell is he posing instead of trying to pin the guy? Why is he doing this instead? I think he even called Pac a dumb bastard for not pinning Omega at one point. So
here's my question about Pac. Is it Pac or is it Pac? Because I always thought it was Pac. Everybody on commentary was saying Pac. Justin, check it out for us. Because what do you call him, Rucker?
Whoa. Well, I listen to hip hop, so I call him Pac.
I don't listen to hip hop, and I still call him Pac.
Nasty bastard. But I thought JR was more on point tonight. I thought he was good. He's laying those JR lines in there. I thought as the night progressed, it seems like as the night gets later, he's got to go to bed.
Well, he's an old guy.
And he's not as sharp as the night goes on. There's one point where like somebody didn't move onto the ramp, and he called it concrete, but he couldn't figure it out. He's like, onto the concrete, or that thing, or that structure there, or it's the ramp, bro. He was like, he was struggling, and then somebody jumped in to help him. Like kind of like, dude, it's a ramp. Like
Here, Justin just chimed in. He said it's the former. Justin, I'm fucking wasted. I don't remember which one I said first. Is it Pac, P-O-C, or is it Pac, P-A-C-K? Write it in the chat.
Sounds like
You're being too fucking smart for me.
Answer for him. That's what he's trying to do.
Jesus Christ.
Like it's that one.
While he formulates the answer, let's move on. Chris Jericho versus Hangman Pac, not Pac. Okay, it is Pac. So fuck AEW. I know how to pronounce his name. We all know how to pronounce his name.
Yeah, it's Pac.
Pac. It's Pac.
Whatever the fuck you want it to be.
Fuck you, Rucker, you bastard. Drink your White Claw, you little bitch. All right, let's go. Chris Jericho versus Hangman Page. Dez, you think Hangman Page is a little bitch.
Whoa. You're embellishing my thoughts.
Rucker, do you think Hangman Page is a little bitch?
Ever since AEW's come around, yeah, he was dope in ROH.
He
but
was
they
dope.
made him a little long-haired
I will agree that he was better in ROH. The first match I saw of him, I think it was him, Marty, and Cody versus the Briscoes and some dude that the Briscoes hired. I don't remember. And it was Hangman came out, ran off the fucking ramp, jumped on the apron, did a fucking shooting star press through a table. I was like, this guy's fucking awesome. That was the only Bullet Club shirt I own is Hangman Page.
Like, I bought a t-shirt. I love this guy.
Yeah.
He is the future.
Yeah. Anyways.
Yeah, and then tonight, fast forward to the night, and he comes out looking all fucking dainty on a little horse and shit. Like, you're a cowboy. You don't know how to ride a fucking
The horse was...
Like
Come on, son.
That horse was questionable. I will agree to that.
You shady or what?
Sorry, say it again?
Why was he questionable? Was he looking at you shady?
No, I said the horse was questionable because he kind of looked like a fucking loser on it.
It wasn't
like
kinda.
unless you
He looked like a fucking loser.
unless you're gonna man the fuck up and ride that horse like it's your bitch, man. Don't put that shit on TV. That's how I look at it.
That horse had more security than Goldberg did. You see that shit?
I liked the match though. I really did like the match. I feel like for Hangman Page, it was his best match since the AEW start. There were actual moments where I thought this was it. He's gonna win, and
I thought he was gonna win because I thought that was like the direction to go, and it probably would have been smarter to have him win. Like my biggest thing was like, you have Jericho win this title. Everyone's gonna be like, this company that's trying to be their own company. And this old WWE guy winning the champion.
Yeah.
I like Jericho.
Of course.
Down for him to win and all this stuff, but for me, it didn't make sense. And I believed to Jericho wouldn't make sense. Who knows? Maybe when Jericho initially signed, was like, "Look, I'll sign for you, and I'll sign for you for cheap or whatever my deal is, but I want to be the first AEW champion." Jericho has never been a kind of shy to put people over and to take losses. He wants to make a match look good, if anything. So I don't really know the politics behind it. But
this guy still got the fucking hiccups. This is fucking beautiful.
I'm fine though. It's just it's more of a physical thing. But anyways, look, Jericho is your first champion. Does this legit make him a contender to be the GOAT? I mean, like, I don't know. He is a multi-time champion. He was the first undisputed champion. Now he's the first champion in AEW. And you know he's going to brag about this till for fucking ages. I'm not saying he is. I'm just saying it's pretty good accolade to have, right?
No, I agree. We're going to get to Rucker. I'm going to throw another question in there at the same time. I feel like when we talked about this in our predictions podcast, we were both kind of pushing towards Jericho. And then when we got to the prediction part of it, because we talked about it before in the podcast, we were like, shit, if AEW really is, a promotion for the fans, the worst thing they could do is do a move like WWE.
Shut up, Justin.
Yeah, fuck you, Justin, you bastard. Oh, no, that's for Dez. No, keep going. If they were a production that was very different from WWE, they wouldn't put a guy like Jericho as their champion to start it off. Because Jericho is a part-timer. We got to remember this. Jericho is a part-timer in AEW. His contract doesn't make him have to go to everything.
So he's Brock Lesnar?
I wouldn't say Brock Lesnar. I wouldn't put it that far.
Basically.
But yeah, he's a part-timer, man. Basically. People have to remember that. He was on tour like 2 days ago. They just released a new Fozzy song. New single. He's fucking busy. So what I want to ask to you guys, both of you, was, are you surprised that AEW put a WWE guy, they put the championship title, the inaugural AEW world title, on a dude who's a household name? Do you think it's a cop-out for a brand that has really based themselves on not being that type of brand? What do you think, Rucker?
I think it's a cop-out. And I think everybody that's online saying this is a good business move, he's got more name value, blah, blah, blah. All that shit is the exact opposite of what they say when Brock Lesnar gets the world title, or when Goldberg comes back, or when The Undertaker comes back. Then all of a sudden, they're all washed up, they're old, WWE's leaning on the past. But Jericho can be out there with fucking bald spot in the top of his head as their first world champion at 50 years old. It's like, I mean, y'all know me. I like people to be fair with their criticism. If you're going to criticize one way, criticize the other way. And I feel like with AEW, they let a lot of shit go. And I think they should have put the title on Hangman. Honestly, I don't even think Jericho should have been in the world title match. I think it should have been Omega or somebody else that's younger in AEW, Omega, Cody, anybody, versus Hangman. That's my take on it. But
I think
everybody seemed to love it.
Well, I think when they first started AEW, I think Jericho was a pretty cool person because we kind of knew this championship match for quite some time. And I think when that kind of match was established, there wasn't as many. We didn't have their flow. They didn't know who could kind of be in that spotlight. But I think since they've had many pay-per-views, I think there's been many people who've shined that could have taken that spot. So I agree. I think that Jericho could have been replaced by somebody else. Look, you could have had Pac versus Hangman. You could have had so many different options. But I don't know. Having Jericho in the match, cool. It's cool for like the tune-in value because people know Jericho. He's an ex-WWE guy, making the jump and the crossover. Having him win the title, look, man, I don't like Hangman. I still don't really like him after that match, but I still think the better decision would have been to have him and start making a brand behind him. Like you were saying, right? You're like, you don't like Hangman, but I'm sure within time you're going to like him. Well, now having him have that match, which I thought was pretty good.
It was great.
Obviously a good match for him. It showed a lot of his potential. Not potential, but in terms of, me growing on him. But to have him lose that match in the end, where does he go from here? Is it going to be like a simple rematch? Or who does Jericho go up against next? I don't imagine it being a long run unless he goes the same route as Hangman Page.
Shit, I have no idea. I wasn't prepared for that question. I have no idea where Hangman goes. I agree with you, Rucker, and I agree with you, Dez, in the sense that they kind of pulled a cheap move and had Jericho win it. Now, I think Jericho should have been in this match for his star potential. And I'm hoping, and I'm not going to side with the guys that are saying this was a good move, like a good business move, because I agree with you, Rucker, that, if it was WWE, they would have shit all over this. However, I will say that if they can make this move and quickly transition that title and have Jericho take on a role that's more of a developmental of other people and putting other people over relatively quickly, like pretty much if they don't keep doing this, then I see where they're going, because you have to remember they are a business, right? They have to get some people in the door. And I think that's the thing that a lot of people forget is that AEW will still have to feed the casual fan. There are still going to be moments where they have to feed the casual fan, and they're going to use guys like Cody to do that. They're going to use guys like the Young Bucks or Adam Page. They're going to use the core of the elite to bring in the casual fan. It sucks, but it's part of the business. I still feel like the match was really good. It wasn't a phone in. Jericho is a better.
He can hang in.
Jericho is a better guy. I think you could agree, Chris. Jericho is a better guy than Goldberg or Undertaker or to put. Come on, he's a better in-ring performer at his age.
They're a bit better.
So I got a question.
Oh, here we go.
If you could change one outcome, would you put Spears over Cody or would you put Hangman over Jericho?
That's a fucking good question.
Thank you.
That's a really good question, actually. Des, you want to take it?
No, I'm thinking.
Okay. If I can change one of the two, I think I would put Spears over Cody.
Yeah, me too. I'm going to agree with that.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. I mean, look.
Because I was thinking, as y'all were talking, I was thinking Hangman tonight was the first time that he looked like a fucking superstar
Yeah, he did.
since AEW started.
But here's the
and
thing.
him beating Jericho tonight would have shot him to the moon.
That's exactly my logic.
But you said you weren't a fan of Hangman. You said you weren't a fan of Hangman. Hangman
Right.
lost his match, and you just said he looked like a fucking $1 million. He looked like $1 million
Right.
in a loss. Sean Spears, you didn't say that about him. You said he's still a little bitch, and you said you still
Which
don't
is
like him
exactly
either.
why-
So if Sean
Which is
Spears
why
would have gone
Hangman should
over,
have won because of the showing that he had. I'm telling you, if he would have won that belt tonight was the first time he looked like a superstar. But he lost.
It was an important.
So-
it would have been important for him
To the back of the line with that guy.
yeah, I
You know what's going to end up happening? Cody's going to end up taking the belt from Jericho.
ooh, I hope that.
Yeah, you're probably right, man.
Can we all agree Cody's number one in AEW?
Oh, yeah. Fuck yeah.
Yeah, he's top 10 in the industry.
Top 10 in the industry.
Ooh.
Not bad. I didn't read the PWI. Did you read the PWI?
Me and my top 10 in the industry.
Top 10. Did you read PWI, Rucker? Top
Do I
500?
read PWI? I saw Rollins was on the
Yeah,
top.
I mean,
Number
he
one.
was
Wasn't. Will Ospreay wasn't on the top, so fuck that guy.
Wasn't even in it at all?
He wasn't number one.
Oh,
I don't give a shit where he was after that.
okay,
He wasn't number one.
No, I mean, like,
You ain't first or last.
I think Rollins has potential to be number one, but I feel like the way that the WWE kind of like produces him, like he's not number one. But he could. He's fantastic. He's been. I don't know.
I think he had the best year.
WrestleMania.
I think he had the best year in wrestling.
Yeah.
I
He
do.
beat Brock Lesnar twice.
Yeah. Well, I guess.
Where
He
was
there
Brock?
both times too.
Where was Brock on that list?
I don't know.
Anyways, that's fucking WWE shit. This is AEW post show for All Out. Rucker is on the show. We've wrapped it up. We did it all.
Before we wrap it up, guys, I do want to say one thing. We got a birthday coming up for this guy right here. He's turning even older in about a week or two from now or something.
Maybe. I don't know.
I want to take this opportunity to say happy birthday to this guy. He's my running mate here on Talkamania. He's at a lot for the show. Works hard in terms of the production. And when I'm working my long ass days, he's always there kind of trying to make things work better in the background. So I want to say happy birthday, and I want to give him a happy birthday gift here live on Talkamania.
Fuck me. Are you for realsies?
Wow.
Dude, it's like 1:20 in the morning. I'm all drunk. Do I have to open this right now?
You have to open it right
son
now,
of a bitch.
live.
I was not expecting this. If you know me in real life, this is the most awkward moment ever.
So this is to say happy birthday.
Are you gonna blow up the
for
door
Holy
when you
Talkamania.
open it?
And you know what? I know you. I had to ride SummerSlam alone, so this is me bringing a piece of SummerSlam to you.
Fuck me.
It's an Oscar blow up doll.
I kept that.
What do we got here?
Okay.
Oh, look at this shit. I think I know what this... Oh, really? Oh, you son of a bitch. Holy shit. Are you fucking kidding me? I gotta hold this up. I don't know if you can
Look
see
at the
this.
smile on this guy's face.
It's a fucking jersey.
Oh, that's dope.
Can you see that?
A hockey jersey.
Oh, dude, man. Heart Foundation, buddy. Oh, I don't want to fuck the cord up. Dude, man, high five, dude. I had no idea. No joke. Thanks a lot, man. Much
no worries,
appreciated, dude. Fucking love you, bro. I'm gonna wear this next podcast, man. Shit. Not bad, not bad. Let's wrap things up. Rucker, boot to the face. Let our listeners know where they can find you, man.
iTunes, Spotify, Google Play, Spreaker, Podcoin, Twitter at Boot to the Face, Instagram at Boot to the Face _. We're on Facebook. Boot to the Face, man. We're the number 2.
Boot to the face, baby. All right, Dez, anything you want to add before we kick off?
My hiccups are finally literally gone, I think, right now, after the end of this fucking episode.
All right, eat the rest of the pepper then.
Well, here
Oh
you go.
my God.
This guy should have it. I did a good favor. I got him a nice jersey. He should eat the rest of this shit.
I don't want to do that, man.
He's a smart man. I can't knock
Is
him
that the
for
Mean Street Posse?
That's the Meester Posse. Rocker, boot to the face. Let's make it official. Let's enter him in. Rocker.
Would you like to be a part of the Mean Tweet Posse? That's our group.
Only if I can be Pete
You
Gas.
can have as much gas as you want, man.
Dude, you could be C-Rock, bro. Fuck Pete Gas. We're the Mean Tweet Posse.
I'm in.
J-Bomb,
Let's do it.
Dez, C-Rock. We got to get Marty in that shit. Justin, you want in, you let us know.
But you gotta dust off that mic and bring us more independent thoughts.
That's right, that's right. Rocker, man, thank you so much for joining us, guys. If you enjoyed
Appreciate it,
AEW,
guys.
we did too. I'm drunk as fuck. Let's go drink some more beers. Des brought me a birthday gift. I don't even know how to thank him. What do you need? You need some hugs? Is that what we're going to do?
But yes, guys, if you enjoyed all out, make sure to tune in next week. We will be doing our flagship show next week, and we'll be doing post-Raw, post-SmackDown in our flagship show. I don't know if we'll be doing
Yeah, no, we're not doing that Monday, Tuesday anymore. It's September, baby.
But guys, make sure to follow us on Twitter at @Talkamania, Instagram Talkamania. You can check out our journey for SummerSlam, NXT, TakeOver, C4 Wrestling, where we saw Sean Spears in the infamous video.
Yeah, they never fucking aired.
Yeah, they never give us credit.
Bastards.
Attacking Cody Rhodes. Anyways, guys, check us out. Until then, thanks for joining us. We hope you enjoyed All Out, and we hope you enjoyed. Well, I actually hope you did enjoy laughing at me in my hiccups. So fuck you.
Well, this is going to be different. On behalf of Talking Mania, I'm out. Chris Rucker, say bye.
Peace.
Des, say bye.